moderation, from what I've seen, I think a massive step, okay, in stopping this shit. People want moderation to happen a lot and properly, and now that it fucking does, dude, what do you want, bro?
Rage wants to call. I mean, I'll talk to him. I'm in fucking Japan, though, man. I mean, sure. Let's see. I don't even know if this will work. I don't know. I haven't used Discord on this before. My input device is going to be the microphone. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. It's not working. It's not. Oh, it's working now. And then my output device will be the speakers. Okay. That should be good. All right. I'm calling him. I'm calling Rage. Moshi, moshi. I kind of don't get it. Maybe because I'm in my 30s and I relate better to you than I would Aiden, but the content of dunking on LGBTQ people and normies doesn't seem like great content. Yeah, I don't get it either. Moshi, moshi.
Yo, what's up?
What's good, dude? What's good? What's good, Rage? What's happening? Are you doing a little bit of anti-white racism today?
Bro. I'm triggered. I'm triggered today, HasanAbi. I'm triggered today.
What's going on? What's the problem? What seems to be the issue?
Bro, your buddy fucking XQC over here is calling me delusional for believing that spam reporting was a thing, or I've been spam reporting in the past, bro. What's going on here, bro?
Look, I think that I said this before. I already talked about this extensively. Mass reporting happens regularly. NetsDG is one element of it, but usually NetsDG is the one that you get notified on. So when you're getting like a fuckload of NetsDG warnings, that means they're probably mass reporting you simultaneously for a whole bunch of different shit. And usually it doesn't hit, especially if you're over a certain size. Like if you're like a very large content creator, people are constantly mass reporting.
What's defined as like very large?
Like I would say when you're one of when you have consistently been one of the larger content creators, like Felix is, or even someone like myself, like around 30K average, 30K plus average, like they probably have gotten. I mean, I've been banned before for stupid shit, right?
Right.
They start learning. It's like there's a learning process, right? And they stop responding to it in the same way that it's like in the same seriousness that they would for like a normal, verifiable, justifiable ban.
Okay, so look, so I basically. Okay. Tell me what's your thoughts on this situation? Tell me if this was spam reporting, right? Right. So I'd say like a year and a half ago, almost 2 years, I wasn't partner, right? But I had like a 10K average. I had like 800, like 700K followers, something like that. And one day I was streaming. I was live. Normal ass stream, HasanAbi. Normal as hell. I promise you, there was nothing TOS going on. You know when something TOS happens, the whole chat spams TOS. None of that was going on, right? And then boom, I got hit offline, banned. Your account has been suspended. What the hell? I'm like, yo, what the?
Yeah, because you weren't a partner, so you had even less protections at the time, and it was 2 years ago. So they probably were like auto. They just probably auto lock your VOD. Yeah.
Right. So, but I checked the email, and it said for hateful, slurs or symbols in your title or profile. My nigga. I took screenshots. I went in the Wayback Machine. Everybody took screenshots of my profile. I'm like, there's nothing wrong here. I appealed it. They weren't answering. So Aiden hit me up with a Twitch Connect, and he pushed my appeal up to get reviewed. And they're like, oh, shit. Yeah, this was a mistake. We will reverse this, right?
Yeah, because you weren't a partner at the time, right? So, like, definitely, if you're an affiliate, because there's no way to, like, accurately monitor every single affiliate, because there's like hundreds of thousands of affiliates, right? No matter what the size is, like I'm sure that the affiliate process is different. Also, we never fully know no matter what Twitch staff says, we will never fully know what the moderation tools look like. Okay. So anyone that makes like conclusive statements, even if it's coming directly from Twitch, is most likely making a conclusive statement that's probably for PR purposes, because there's a deliberate reason why they keep it vague, and I kind of understand it too. Because, you know, if you were to know what the actual moderation protocols are, and I say this as someone who has talked to the moderation team, like, you know, in the past, because I am a firm believer in the TOS, and like that Twitch does a pretty good job with their TOS overall. Like, I advocate for it. That's how you keep it. That's how, like, this website hasn't been as bad as, like, you know, YouTube. You know what fucking YouTube is like. You know what YouTube was like in 2016.
Yeah.
I think, was it you or Kai who tweeted about, like, fucking even dudes who used to, like, literally say the N-word, like white dudes used to say the N-word all the time.
I made that tweet. Yeah.
Yeah, and like defend it. You know, that was like a whole ass thing, and that was how YouTube was. And on Twitch, that never really flew, right? Like, that wasn't allowed. And that's because they have a pretty good terms of service, like they follow it, right?
Exactly. Okay, so I understand all that.
But people still abuse it.
Yeah, okay, so my thing is, with that being said, in like my situation and shit, how could X hear that or see that and be like, oh no, a Twitch mod told me that's not possible, so it's not possible. They told me, so like, yeah, it's not possible. It never happened. It doesn't happen. Yeah, that's not a thing. And even with that ban, I got him banned. A few hours later, I streamed, and 30 minutes in, the Connect hit me up like, yo, there's a lot of reports coming in, but you should be fine because Twitch said they handled it. And I got banned again. Right after I got unbanned, they banned me offline while I was live again automatically. And it hit me
because you were an affiliate. You were an affiliate. So, like,
but
partners...
it happened when I was a partner too, low key. Last year,
Yeah.
I got banned. I didn't know why. They didn't even send me an email last year. I got banned, no email. First time I got banned without an email. I hit my partner manager up because I got a partner manager at the time. He was like, I'm not going to lie. I don't know. I'll check back with you tomorrow. He hit me up and he said, I'm not going to lie. You got a lot of reports. They banned you. It was for an album cover. Then they realized it wasn't TOS. It's art. And it was like a baby swimming in the water and stuff. And so they unbanned
Oh, is it Nirvana?
Yeah, Nirvana. They banned me for that. And then they reviewed it and realized it wasn't TOS. And then they unbanned me. Is that not like spam reports and shit, or what?
So there's multiple components to this, right? It's a delicate process to talk about, and people are gonna love clipping shit out of context and like using it for whatever cause they want to use. But so I'll just try to keep it as short and simple as possible. So everyone does, over the course of like a 10-hour time frame when you're live streaming, everyone basically violates terms of service regularly, right? It happens. Whether it be DMCA violations, which every Twitch streamer engages in, of course, all the time, both deliberately and also without even recognizing that they're doing it, or like regular terms of service violations and shit that you wouldn't even comprehend. Now, there's, of course, going to be leniency, and most people can get away with it, especially when they're smaller content creators. But if you have a lot of hate watchers, which, you know, you're going to have a lot more hate watchers as a black content creator in a predominantly white space. I have a lot of hate watchers as
Reddit's going to go crazy and say race baiting and all that. So don't say that.
Well, I know, but like, I mean, I don't give a shit. Like, it's just the truth. There are a lot. Women have a lot of hate watchers, additional hate watchers that other people would not have as a consequence of being female content creators on this platform. Black creators have a lot more hate watchers that they would have. I'm a political streamer, so I have a lot of hate watchers as well. Like, it's you know, it's going to happen. And this doesn't mean that like white content creators don't have hate watchers. Of course they do. XQC has a lot of fucking hate watchers. He's the top dog on the platform. Of course there's like thousands of motherfuckers who are constantly watching his shit, trying to get him banned for whatever nonsensical bullshit. So, but there's an additional layer of like, you know, diligent, almost delusional hate watchers that are just like sitting there trying to find any and every moment that they can to use against you, right? To get you banned. And Twitch sometimes, unfortunately, responds to that outrage, specifically on LSF, from fucking a bunch of Redditors who are manufacturing outrage in a way where they capitulate to that, right? And they end up banning you for some shit that, you know, in the real world, people would consider to be nonsensical. The cracker bans specifically were that, I think. Like, that was a great example of that. There was articles written about it from all of these, you know, SJW news websites, right? And liberal media laughing at Twitch banning someone for the usage of the term cracker, right? But in the little insulated community that we're in, it was, what's that? Oh, it's the coffee? Thank you. In the little insulated community that we're in, it seemed like it was a big deal and it seemed like a valid reason to ban someone, which is whatever. It's their platform. This is their terms of service. You just got to abide by it, even if you don't agree with it, right? Wait, hold on, March. Sorry.
Which I'm not really mad at. I'm not really mad at that. I was just annoyed that a motherfucker was telling me something does not exist when it clearly happened to me before more than once. And he just, yo, a Twitch mod said this, so yeah, they're correct.
Yeah. But as far as like shit that everyone does things that would be considered ban-worthy. It's just that it either, one, gets unnoticed because there aren't people like constantly spamming the fucking mass report button every single time you do something. Or usually, if you're a large enough content creator, when you go through the manual process, when you get like the automated bans, or you get like the insane amount of influx of like fucking mass reports, which I do think there is a trigger for it. Like there's an auto lock trigger. There has to be an auto lock mechanism. When you get to a certain level of like mass reporting, I think the website probably treats it like, you know, they have.
X wants me to invite him to the call. Is that
a lot of websites have what is known as like a CP protocol. Do you know what that is?
No.
So live streaming websites or you know, any social media platform has a CP protocol. So in order to make sure that there is no, you know what CP is, right? Child pornography.
Yeah.
Yes. In order to ensure that like really egregious content that would get everyone involved with in trouble from disseminating, from spreading on their websites, they probably have like a level. They probably have a level where like once you hit that level, it just like auto triggers a shutdown of your VOD. It's an understandable part of this. Okay. It's an understandable part of like operating a social media website. Like for example, on Twitter, I believe like certain links are banned across the board. You can't even DM it to people, right? Wait, did he just leave? Oh, he went into the other call with XQC. Here, let's go into the. Yeah.
Yeah, my fault.
So I think like no, he didn't drop. He just went into the call with XQC with Felix.
So says, yo, dude, XQC always gets into the middle of this drama, brother. What do you mean in the middle? But I was way before all of this, bitch ass. There's like two people in this drama.
Who are you talking, Felix? Who are you talking to? We were having a conversation.
I got -1 guy. He's one of your guys. Okay. So
Don't get one guy. Don't get one guy. Let me just explain something. So I think that especially as an affiliate, your layer of protection, or even as a partner, your layer of protection gets leveled up from like the non-automated bans I'm talking about. Like because every ban gets manually reviewed. But if you're an affiliate, they just see 1,000 fucking mass reports and go, all right, fuck this, click, ban. If you're a partner, but like a relatively new partner, because the moderation team is entirely different than the accounts team, right? Like they don't even communicate for the most part with one another, even though like internally inside of the company, they're in the same company. You probably get a little bit more protection and a little bit more leniency. And when you're one of the largest content creators consistently on the platform, you get the most amount of leniency because they know who you are, what you represent, what your values are, and what you believe. So people can't like easily misconstrue you with fucking clickbaited shit, right? It's normal, and it's a part of the growing pains on a platform, especially a predominantly white space that like now has black content creators. So what I was stating was that it's not even like direct out and about white supremacist racism or anything like that, but more so that like people don't simply understand that if you're a black content creator in a predominantly white space and you don't have a lot of black moderators working internally within the company, you might some things might get lost in the nuances, and you might be motivated to hit the ban hammer without recognizing that like the thing wasn't out of pocket, or the thing that the thing contextually would not be inappropriate.
Right.
Yo, in this context, who the fuck is the affiliate? Who said affiliate at any given time? Who is this person?
Bro, you read my tweet. Me, bro. At the time, I was an affiliate. I got spam reported and auto banned twice. You read the tweet, and then it happened again when I was a partner.
To your boy Dio, who got banned? How's that correlated?
No. I made the tweet because you said spam reporting is not a thing on Twitch. You talk to a moderator is not a thing. I was responding to that, not Bruce. I literally said in the comments, yo, the Bruce situation is not the same as mine.
Brother,
why
are you guys fighting arguments backwards? You guys are like unfolding it. You
made a statement. You made a general statement. And I replied to that general statement saying that is cap. whatever mod you was talking to.
If we send 100,000 reports to an affiliated account or a new account to, let's say we were targeted, it won't get banned. I guarantee you.
Okay, so what happened to me then? What happened to me then?
Guarantee you.
So why did it happen to me then? So you're saying it didn't happen to me?
Unemployed banned you.
Huh?
Unemployed banned you. Literally.
Okay, so X, someone who worked at Twitch told me I was live streaming. I got an influx of reports. They banned me live.
This was 2 years ago too, right? This was 2 years ago, and then another one 1 year ago.
There's a good chance some buster there's a chance doesn't like you, had to do the manual review, and has banned you. It happened to me before. I got reported, right? And some buster that doesn't like me pushed a ban button without getting much of a chance. I appealed and I won. They made a mistake. They made a bad call. Shit happens. It's still not automated.
Bro, I don't know what to tell you because I can't get the dude to talk live right now. But he was telling me when Twitch is getting an influx of reports, because he was like, yo, you gotta get partner, you gotta get partner. Right now they're just gonna ban your ass quick as fuck when they get that many reports as an affiliate.
Look, they don't have enough humans. They don't have enough humans.
Though. No, they do.
Bro, at the end of the day,
no. They don't have enough humans to moderate all affiliates. And there's another thing you got to remember. This is what I was talking about. Like, there's a kill switch, right? There's a kill switch. What I mean by that is, like, you can't have live shootings, for example, like a mass shooting live streamed. You can't have fucking CP live streamed. You can't have porn live streamed. Which is why
they worked before though. When some people have done it in the past. Yes, it happened.
Yeah, I know. What I'm trying to say is because there is like. There has to be like a kill switch protocol, right? So if you reach a certain level, Twitch will never fucking openly admit this, by the way, no matter what. But if you reach a certain level of mass reporting, the VOD, and this is my speculation, automatically is considered like, you know, really dangerous material so that it'll trigger like an auto lock, okay? They do this for even manual review. For example, when you get Nets DG violated every fucking day, just like I do, something that I don't even usually talk about that much because, you know, I don't want to fucking encourage the mass reporting because it only gets worse. When you get that done, sometimes they literally will shut your VOD off. Like they'll stop your VOD from being disseminated, and when they put it up for manual review, right? You've seen that happen to you, right, Felix?
Okay, no. Okay. I have to be honest with you. Okay, listen. I don't give a fuck if I end up being wrong by this. From what I understand, I have a pretty good master of all this shit and all the inner workings of it. Okay, it is still a human at the end of the day who ends up doing it. I've seen channels get reported thousands of times live. If there was a kill switch, it would have killed. Literally.
Yeah, unless it has enough people watching and enough bans, triggering that kill switch means thousands of people. Like, it needs to be thousands of fucking, like, the bar you need to get to is like very, very dedicated. Like, in order to get to that level, you need to get mass reported thousands of times.
I don't care how it's done. If enough people reported me, and if it was because a bunch of reports came in, I don't care if a person came and looked. It was because I was mass reported. If enough
people at the time cared enough to report you, people would have cared enough to watch you, but they didn't at the time. Right? You were a nobody.
No, he had 10K.
And 10,000 viewers.
He had 10K viewers as an affiliate.
But even then, it has to be massive amounts. Like, I know what you guys think. Like, there's like a crazy. I've seen like bullshit giveaway channels, or whatever, get mass supported. None of them went down until a human showed up. That's how it works.
Bro, yeah, we'll never know. We'll never know what the threshold is, but I know for a fact that there has to be a threshold. Specifically, like every social media platform has a bot, or like has a literal fucking kill switch protocol. It has to happen. Otherwise, you would have like, I'm not talking about fucking sweepstakes or Elon Musk live streams that are botted. Yeah, I'm talking like suicides, mass shootings, child pornography.
How about we all three of us together? We risk getting banned. We all break through us at the same time. We report one channel. All reviews are combined, and you see if it gets banned.
I'm not even saying it's still like that, but back then, when it happened to me, the reason wasn't even something that could be debated. It was for hateful symbols in my title, like a swastika or some shit. There was nothing like that. The live thing was like, oh, join my stream.
Oh no,
how the fuck
you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything that
ban.
You don't actually have to do anything for it.
I will go and say, I know for a fact some employees in the past, maybe not today anymore, at moderation were just actually unskilled and stupid. There was at the time some people at moderation. I still think it is a human error. Somebody pushed the button.
Whether it was a human error or not, it was because of mass reports. Yes or no, Felix?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Felix.
I'll give an
The
analogy.
dude was literally telling me when I got him banned, there's a lot of reports coming in, but Twitch said they fixed the issue, so you shouldn't get banned. I got banned in 10 minutes of being live. 10 minutes. For the same reason, oh, a hateful symbol was in your top. There's none of that, bro. There's no way someone reviewed that. Yeah, this period right here in this house looks like a swastika or something.
No. XQC saying it doesn't matter. Like no. I understand. Here, okay. XQC saying that like a human being could be personally like motivated by a vendetta. A human being could be like overworked and not realize that they're just like hitting the ban button in an unjustifiable manner. But it's still a human being that's hitting that ban button, right? That's what you're saying, right, Felix?
Yeah, it's problem by mass reports, which is fair enough. But at the end of the day, it's still a 2-point failure system, not a 1 point. So saying that yo guys, I got banned because of one dog shit system. No, you got banned because the system, maybe you can say it's flawed. It's still a 2-point system, and there's a human error that was the last thing that could have saved it. And
I'm not saying there wasn't, but was mass reporting involved? Yes or no? Yeah, that's all. Was it?
That's irrelevant. I'm not saying it could be because of Santa Claus.
All right.
Seriously, that's not work. It's irrelevant.
There's two folds to this. Okay, this is a 2-prong approach. One, I think I do agree with you. I do think that the overwhelming majority of bans is done by a fucking dude who's just like looking at maybe not even the full context of the situation, especially if you're like a smaller partner or a relatively newer partner. You know what I mean? They don't know your background like that. And they just see thousands of fucking mass reports coming in, and they hit the fucking ban button without even thinking twice about it. So that's still human moderation. There's human error in human moderation. That's always going to happen. So technically, you're right. It is a consequence of mass reporting. But what you're also stating is that there has to be an auto trigger. And I think that websites like this, absolutely, websites like this do have like a kill switch. Every website has to have it for things that are like immediately illegal. Even like spreading it, seeing it, allowing it to exist on your services are illegal.
Let me give an analogy. Hold on. So there's something there. Start with that. Let me give an analogy. The planet is fucking dying. Everything's exploding because we're burning fossil fuel at wazoo. Everybody's burning all the fossil fuel overnight, and the planet starts to fucking die, right? And then some laws about to pull up and says stop the fossil fuel burning. Some law is about to happen, right? And then the people vote, nope, we are not passing that law. And then the planet explodes, and then people will say, oh, dude, oh my god, fucking fossil fuel! I cannot believe they've done this. Fossil fuel is so bad. No, it's not. The human, they're gonna fix it at the end of the process. Is the problem, not the fossil fuel behind it. Does that make sense or not? Do you get it? Who gives a fuck? It could have been saved at the end. It didn't. Why? Because of the people.
I get what you're saying. No. I 100% get what you're saying. I never said humans wasn't involved at all. But I was just saying, like, bro, like, I don't know. The way I'm looking at it, like, I don't know. Especially back then, the mass reporting thing, like, it was a thing for me. I don't know. I get what you're saying, though. I get what you're saying. It doesn't matter because a human could have stopped it or some shit. But I just don't 100% know that. The way it happened and the reasoning they gave me, it did not feel like a human actually looked at that shit. Like damn near impossible. Maybe it was a little stupid little fuck. Stupid little fuck that said a bunch of reports. Okay, let's just ban this guy. But the way my brain interprets that, if I wasn't being mass reported in that fucking moment, a guy wouldn't have to make that fucking decision.
I have a quick question. And maybe this is because like I'm in Japan and I'm like in holiday mode, but why is everyone so fucking angry about all this? Like we're all Twitch streamers on the same fucking platform, and we all get hit by the same.
Until you called me fucking delusional. That's
we have okay, hold on, but like we all literally have to deal with the same kind of like dumb nonsense, you know what I mean, for different reasons. I don't know why everyone and their fucking audiences are just like yelling at each other. There's like motherfuckers coming in here being like, Hasan, you're Alex Jones, Andy. Like, who cares, bro? Okay, yeah.
Because I'm gonna keep it a buck. Okay, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Okay, I'm not even offended. I don't give a fuck. Okay, I just think it's odd the tripling down, quadruple down, blaming of the system, bro. At some point there needs to be some sort of at least a fucking glimpse of accountability for what you do as a person and what it causes and the things that come back to you. And you can say, yeah, that happened because I did this shit. Not just some system or some dog or fucking whatever the shit. That's
I mean,
what
I take account. I've been banned more than every single person that is in this call right now.
I agree.
I take accountability for when I get banned, and I think it's like an apt ban.
Yeah.
You know, my 9/11 sentiments they were ban worthy. Okay, I get that. I totally understand.
I didn't blame rage. No, I didn't mean deal, not rage. I'm just saying that like.
No, but like, listen. But like, as
I
far
don't
as
blame Dio either. But it's still. Yeah,
I'll use Dio as a good example. Actually, Dio. Oh my God, it's JoJo reference. Okay.
Oh, JoJo.
Okay, I'll use Bruce as a good example. Okay, Bruce saying kill yourself is ban worthy. Bruce saying crackers is not, in my opinion, and I will definitely defend that. Okay, I mean that's a hill that I've died on, and that's a hill I will continue to fucking die on. I don't give a shit. It's ridiculous. Okay, but yes, if Bruce got banned for saying like, you know, people should kill themselves or whatever, yeah, you know, we've all been there. We've all wanted to say that to someone. I know I certainly have. That part, that's justifiable. There's a justifiable ban. That's a rule that like everybody understands and is well established on the internet as a terms of service violation. Okay, I personally, as a white person, still utilize the saltine snack sentiment regularly.
Hasan, let's talk philosophy. Okay, I don't give a fuck about that word. I can give a fuck. Okay, I come from French Canada. Okay, listen. People used to come in on the internet, and I didn't know what the fuck it meant. You know today? You know what today? I still don't know what the fuck it means. You know what? I don't give a fuck. I'm not offended by it. But I think if you look at it in a more analytical way, what is the true root behavior of saying that word? Where does it come from? Right? In my opinion, it's from diminishing somebody for the color of their skin, straight up, right?
No, it's like
root behavior here.
It's like Karen.
That's it. Nah, I don't agree. No, Karen. A guy can be a Karen. A girl, a rat, a cat can be a Karen. Anything can be a Karen. I think that the root behavior is a problem, not the word itself or what it means. I don't give a fuck.
Wait, do you have the same smoke for? Wait, do you have the same smoke for Karen or no?
You know, bro, you can't use it. Karen is literally.
Karen is a descriptive of white lady behavior. It can be a cat. A cat can be a Karen, literally.
What?
Bro, no, bro.
Yes.
No, Karen and Cracker are identical because it still captures the actions of a particular person. You're still identifying a group of individuals, specifically women, okay? You're still stigmatizing and identifying a group of individuals. You can't say like when you call a man like a white man behaving in that same manner, and you say, "Oh, that's a Karen." It's no different than utilizing the term cracker against no matter who you're talking about.
I will let you in that. I will forfeit this point entirely. Let's move on to another point. Here's another.
No, the reason why I think it's important is because it's about the action. It's
fair enough. Then you win this one. Here's another one. Sometimes people make videos about a male Karen. Oh, dude, that's a male Karen. Do you think that this applies in other contexts? As if, let's say, you're black or white. There's people say, I know that sometimes people are mixed. People sometimes say, yo, this black-white person.
You mean a black cracker? That's what you're saying? Yeah, there is. That does work. Except there's also a separate term for it anyway, which I will not be saying.
Yeah, there is a separate word for that shit.
But there is a word for it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know the word X? X, do you know the word?
When you're being a Karen, you're like a overly zealous, offended person who yells a lot and complains about the most mundane shit to make everybody's day worse. And you can be a guy, a girl, an animal. You can be an alien and still be a Karen. this doesn't apply. This concept
it does.
doesn't
but it's
apply
no, it's
to
referencing-
race
it's
or
referencing- yes,
ethnicity. I don't.
It's referencing a white woman though, like a
No,
an
it
old
doesn't.
white lady. Yes,
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 it
it
does.
does, bro.
No.
That's where
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does, my nigga. That's where it came from. That's why
Yeah.
people say it.
That's why
We're
they
talking
say
about-
Karen
that's where
and
it
not a
came
different
from.
name. But listen. Cracker in the same way is identical because it's talking about a person who is completely oblivious to the racial dynamics in America. That's where that comes from. It's a white person who is oblivious to racial dynamics and systemic racism in America. So it is literally identical, and it's in Wikipedia too. Like Karen is a slang for a white woman perceived as entitled or demanding beyond the scope of what is normal. The etymology of the word cracker derives from whip cracking, right? As like a slaver. So it's still, even in and of itself, like when you say cracker, like you're still giving power to the person that you're technically calling a cracker.
You know, I'm getting tired of your argument because I can dismantle your argument and obliterate it. Okay.
All right, let's hear it.
This is the Wikipedia / what does this mean exactly according to the science? Is this how we use it in society? Is this how people use it? Absolutely fucking not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Wait, what?
No, it's
Yes,
not.
it is.
Karen really came from seeing a bunch of white ladies complaining about black people for no fucking reason. That's when people
calling
really
the cops
started saying
on
it.
black people.
Calling the cops on black people for like walking down the street in their neighborhood. That's when they started saying, "Oh, Karen," because it's a basic, average white woman name. So that's why they said Karen, and then they started applying that to things.
And then how we use it now is to describe this behavior you're talking about.
Yes,
right?
but it's
It doesn't
referencing.
only
it's the
apply
same-
to
and- yeah,
white
and
and
it's the
black
same
people.
for- and it's the
There's
same for
other
the-
types of people out there. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, it's the same for cracker as well, which means,
There's
again...
other people out there than black and white.
No. Listen. It literally is utilized in the identical capacity. A Karen is someone who is entitled, okay, calling a manager. It's a set of actions, and it also still maintains like a level of power within it. When you're calling a fucking manager, the manager listens to you. So like ultimately they're still giving power to that person in that regard. There's still systemic power within a Karen. This is like very difficult to describe, obviously.
Anybody
But in
gets power to
the
someone who's
same
yelling
capacity with a
and being
cracker,
incoherent.
when you use the word cracker, which by the way, like I think it gets overused and becomes cringe, especially when like you got young angry Zoomers who are like, oh fuck every cracker or whatever, and then people go like fucking over the top and like lose their mind and they say this is so racist. Like it turns into like a fucking Fox News news cycle for some goddamn reason. But it is the exact same thing. It's an entitled white person, right? And it's an entitled person who is oblivious to racial dynamics in the country.
Damn, Sam. So you're refusing the existence of a male Karen then, or a black Karen, or.
But that's not the point, though. Just because you could
it's
use
very
it for
important.
many.
It's very important. It's
not-
very
it's
important.
not- I think the
It's
root
very
of the word
important.
is what's important
because
here,
then
bro.
it disintegrates.
How you use it? No, I think the root of the word and where it started from is important.
No, because
Yeah,
then
semantics,
it
but like
disintegrates the thought.
the
that
meaning
it's only
changes too. By
race
the way,
based
obviously it
or gender based.
evolves.
Well, whatever it evolved or not, it's still the way it's used, right? Right?
What do you?
Yeah,
I'm
but,
not
like-
understanding what you're trying to
Whether
say.
that's the definition, whatever that's the definition or not, it's still how it's used that matters the most.
Well-
The same way that you could say oh my god, I don't want to go into this territory. Same way, I'm not gonna go there. But you get it though, right? It's how
The
word is
reason
used.
why you have to say male Karen though kind of proves the point that like what you're describing quite literally is about a white woman. Like if you wouldn't need a qualifier if you didn't have to add that.
You're right, because males can be black. That's it. They can only be girls. Like what the fuck are you talking about?
Wait, what? No, you misunderstood what I'm saying. Because Karen automatically implies white lady, entitled white lady, right?
Yeah.
Which is why you have to add a qualifier to it by saying it's a male Karen. You're behaving like a male Karen, or you're being a Karen.
Because the
but
word
ultimately
comes from the it being a woman, and then now it's used in a way that like, yeah, not gonna be anybody. So this is a male Karen.
Yes, just like anybody could also behave in a manner consistent with being a C word, a cracker.
Yeah.
So the
know how
difference
you
is
act
it's
like
just
that. How do you
sexist.
act like that?
Technically at its heart, it's sexist. If
You don't know how to add like a C word.
Walk me through how to act like a. Yeah, I don't know what that even means.
That's literally how people use it. They see a black person act in a certain way, then they call them the C word. What do you mean? Not the cracker
there's
word.
There's a different C word. Yes, there is a different C word for a black person behaving in that way. That you definitely you actually can't say that. That C word.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I completely lost track of everything. I have no idea what the fuck this is. I am gonna keep it a buck.
Ultimately, everyone needs to calm down. I think people are so fucking mad. What
listen,
the fuck?
I think it's as a basis. It's a behavior you don't want to be shown or replicated, right? To lower something down, right? To the simplest thing, like the color of their skin. And if you can justify it for one, right, then people will justify it for another one. It's fucking trash. I don't think people should be doing that. Not because it offends me, because it might offend somebody else instead.
That principle I understand and agree with. You and I have had this conversation in private when you said, yeah, Hasan is being racist or whatever when I got banned for saying the C word. And you and I had this conversation in private. And I agree with you. I think that like your behavior means that it's like totally allowed and it can get out of hand, which is why I rein it in oftentimes, but it doesn't change the principle behind it, which is why it comes across like I'm doubling down whenever we talk about this, even if like constantly fucking spamming it in the chat is going to make it a, I guess, less safe space for some white people who are personally taking offense to the word, even though depending on where you're at, like Florida, for example, people call themselves crackers in Florida. White people call themselves literally crackers. There's merchandise. Like it is such an innocuous and otherwise like inoffensive sentiment that like people call themselves that.
Okay.
It's true. Here.
I don't think we should. So by that logic, what about the what about the other word then? Does that some apply there?
The other word?
I've called myself the hard R a few times.
Again, context is what matters in this circumstance. Obviously, the word cracker, given its etymology, given its historical context, its historical association with power and whiteness, is not as offensive as the other word, because the other word is intended to dehumanize and successfully has dehumanized a group of people throughout the history, throughout the foundation and continued history of the United States of America. Yeah, that's the reason why you say the N-word, but when you say the C word, motherfuckers are like, what do you mean? Are you talking about Asian people?
Personally, you can't compare the words to me personally, is nowhere near the same.
Yeah, of course.
If it's against